All right, welcome back to another Field to Food Table Talk episode, and we were bantering off camera, and I think we're going to bring this to the actual episode. So we're talking turkey, and we're actually talking turkey equipment, which by the time this video is released, you guys probably want to be thinking about the same thing. So we're talking shotguns right now. I've used a 535 Mossberg for 12 years now, and I am addicted to the performance of that gun.
Yeah.
I just love it. It has a pistol grip on it. It has the adjustable stock, and it's a light gun. It's a little noisy. I don't like that. I think that's its
little
biggest
rattle in that front end.
Yeah. But that's really it. And it's short. It's a short barrel. So
That's what I was looking at.
when you're
The gun I was looking at, a Finn.
Probably what,
That's
18 and a half?
yeah.
Yeah. That's about
Yeah, I've killed with 870. Killed 2 birds with an 870. I killed quite a few birds with the Mossberg 835. And then the last bird I shot was with a Stevens 301 410. At 12 feet.
You reached out and grabbed them.
Well, that was the closest I ever had a turkey to me, because he came in from behind me and he came out on my left, and I had the gun up. I knew I was using a 410, so I was like, I want to set up for a closer shot anyway. So I set the decoys at I think it was 8 yards. I'm sitting back off the road. There's a haul road. You've been to my place. There's the road right at the top of the property.
Yeah.
I put the decoy right in the center of the road because I know they strut there.
Yeah.
It's right around noon. I backed up off the road in some brush, and I sat up, and I was like, man, I'm kind of close. And I was like, yeah, well, no, I can justify it. It's a 410. I'm not going to reach out and touch him as far as I'd like. The bird came in from behind me, and when he walked up from my left, I mean, I could have grabbed it. He was closer than what the gun barrel was, because he just stood next to me, full strut, spitting and drumming, which felt like an hour and a half. It's probably like 20 seconds.
Oh, I'm sure.
But at one point in time, I got impatient. I was like, I should just swing over and shoot this thing. And I kind of looked out of my peripheral, and I was like, dude, I think my gun barrel would hit him before. I had to let him get out and around before I could shoot him. But yeah, he was 12 feet away, and I rolled him with just regular old lead number 6s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. So that's what we were talking about. So what's your best recommendation for a shot for turkey?
5. 5s.
Yeah.
I know 4 or 5, I would say. 4s and 5s are good. I like 5s so you get quantity.
Okay.
And I mean,
You don't like 6s though?
6 is just a little too small, especially when you start poking out. You're getting, if you want to take those far shots 40 plus.
Yeah.
I shot a few birds over 40 yards.
Yeah, because birds will hang up in that 40, 50, 60 range. You want to be able to make sure you can touch them.
And get the tightest choke your gun can handle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have some chokes that might be too tight.
No, really?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm looking at getting. I mean, this will be my first full season turkey gun, so I'm looking at all the different options, and I'm gonna get some different loads and pattern them, and get a good turkey.
Different loads will hit. No, it's just like a rifle.
Yeah.
You need to figure I have a 240. Don't go buy a box 243 and think you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
Because I bought Longbeard XRs. To me, flew the 3-inch. Always flew really good.
Yeah.
If I switched to a 3.5 at 20 yards, where I zeroed for the other loads, I was 4 inches high.
Yeah.
And the pattern wasn't any different. You just had more BBs in that 3.5, and your shoulder hurt more because you're shooting anti-tank material at a freaking turkey.
So my shotgun has a red dot on it. It was patterned with the 3-inch shells. I had 3.5-inch, which I have shot birds with that before, but always at 20 plus yards. I had a bird come in 2 years ago, and it was 7, 8 yards. It was a crest of a hill. He was coming up. I was getting closer to peek over because I was getting anxious and impatient, and we were right there. So I just drew up and I gave it to him right over top of him.
Yep.
No.
And that red dot was right on that color line.
No.
And it's just because that's not what that shotgun was patterned for.
Right.
Now, I've had choke tubes for my gun, my 835. I have 5 or 6 different chokes for it. There's one choke I have. I mean, at 20 yards, that pattern is like that, and that's too tight.
Yeah.
That doesn't give you a lot of, you got to be dead on. Yeah. Then I have choke tubes that are labeled extra full, and they could cover this table 20 yards. And I'm like,
That's
it's a little too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll find the happy medium.
Yeah.
If I can get, set a goal for yourself, I always use the coffee can. I trace the coffee can on a piece of paper or cardboard. And how many BBs do I want in this coffee can? It's like an 8-inch, like a 6 or 8 inch circle. How many BBs do I want here at 40 yards? And find that you know you have a good choke tube or a good load. You can do load experiments too. Like, well, with number 4s, I got 35. But if I switch to the 5s, I get 47, almost 50. Well, I'm probably gonna go with number 5s then.
Yeah.
I'm getting more BBs on the target.
Yeah.
You just don't have that kinetic energy downrange like a number 4 has.
Right.
And if you want to talk TSS, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Because you can kill birds with number 9s.
Yep.
Because tungsten is, I think, 56% denser than lead.
I think so.
The number 9 tungsten hits with the same amount of energy as number 5 lead.
Yeah.
So you're getting that kinetic energy with like 4 times the amount of BBs coming down range.
Right.
But if you want to spend $77 to kill a turkey with a shell,
a box of 5 tungstens, $60. Easy.
Easy.
when I quit turkey hunting, it was 40. That's
Yeah.
one of the reasons I was like, I'm done with this. I was like, turkey loads are outrageous.
It's too expensive. It's not worth it. So where are you aiming at on a turkey?
right where the guaddles are. I don't go for straight head unless like they're super close.
Yeah.
I know I can do it.
Yeah.
But if they're anything past anything of distance, I'm aiming right for the wattles, right where the feathers stop.
Yeah.
I'm aiming right there because
Same.
that's a dead turkey. I'll pick them pin feathers out of the breast. I don't care.
So the tricky thing with turkey is like, let's say this is the wattle here. This is where everything pivots on the head. So if you're aiming up top and their heads are just constantly moving. So if you're aiming down here, this has a lot less than it does up here. So this is where you want to aim. And that's where I've mostly aimed. I can think of 2 birds I missed where I had the dome and I was going for the eyeball.
Yeah. Right. That last bird I shot, he was so close, and I had a 3 power scope. I put that crosshair right on his eyeball when I pulled that trigger.
Yeah, I think that one's okay. Yeah.
Never thought a 410 could do that. If that head was on its supposed day, it would have ended up in friggin' Toledo from here. That thing, wham!
What about using a bow? Is that any interest to you guys?
I always wanted to try it.
Yeah.
I just never. I tried it. When I was a kid, I was getting out of school early. Like, I got an hour and a half left. I'm gonna go out turkey hunt with my bow, and just not knowing what I was doing, just set some decoys up, start squawking, and never got anything. But like, I don't think I'd try the guillotine broadhead. I think I would just try to shoot him with a normal broadhead.
Yeah, same.
I know some guys that turkey hunt pretty good with a bow, and they're like, their favorite shot is when it's walking away and you shoot them right in the brown spot.
Yeah.
They said they're dead every time. They don't go far.
I would be more interested in trying a bow if we could still get 2 birds here in Ohio. But the fact that it's only 1 bird now, I don't want to handicap myself to a bow because it's just going to make it that much harder. And then when you go out of state, I mean, that's an out-of-state tag cost.
Yeah,
that's fuel cost. Yeah, I mean,
only thing you have going for out-of-state is 9 times out of 10 you don't have to buy the big game license. You can get away with turkey hunting on a small game license.
Yeah.
And some states are like, no, you want to hunt turkey, you got to buy the big boy license.
Yeah.
It's $500, and the small game license is like $60.
Yeah. Which, I think
the neighboring states are pretty reasonable. I've looked into
Pennsylvania is really reasonable.
PA, Michigan. We were talking about West Virginia earlier.
I know guys that go to West Virginia and clean house down there on turkey.
Really, I've heard both things. I've heard that's one of the hardest places to hunt because the ridges are spaced apart. Spaced apart perfectly, so they can go ridge to ridge and just fly because it's so steep, and you're just going to be chasing them all day.
But the plus side of West Virginia is you can go down there at 22-250 and smoke one from the other ridge if you want to.
Can you? You can use a rifle down there?
You can use a rifle in PA in the fall. You can shoot with a rifle in the fall.
I didn't even realize that.
I think it's the fall. I don't think you can do it in the spring, but I think I'm 99% sure you can shoot a turkey with a rifle in the fall.
I would still not be interested in that. I like up close and personal with turkey.
I would like to go to West Virginia.
Our cameraman would like to smoke a turkey with the rifle.
To West Virginia.
I had this pipe dream for a while because I figured out I think it's Wyoming or Montana, one of the two. In the spring, you can shoot turkeys with a rimfire.
Yes.
And I had that 17 Winchester Super Mag, and I just had this fanatic obsession with taking a headshot at a turkey from like 150 yards with that and just rolling it. And I was like, I want to do that so bad.
I mean, that would be cool.
I have a buddy in my hunting club. He goes out west every year. He goes out, I think he's going to Kansas this year.
Well, you got different. The turkeys out there, I think, are prettier than the Easterns. I think Merriam's are the prettiest turkey because they got the white buff tips and everything.
Yeah.
To me, an Osceola looks just like an Eastern. Really not that crazy about Rios. So if I ever did go on our turkey hunt, it'd probably be for Merriam's.
That's fair. And I think that'd be a fun travel hunt too.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm down.
He's
I'm
not
down for
right.
going out west.
Put it on paper right now.
I'm down for going out west.
That's so many trips playing this year. None of them have been like solidified yet. It's just like we're going.
We're going. We don't know when, but we're going.
Like we're talking about North Dakota.
Yep.
Me and everybody are talking about going to South Carolina for a deer hunt.
Yeah.
Now apparently we're going out west for Miriam's.
We were talking about Chesapeake Bay for the Sika.
I only have so much vacation, guys.
We can do trades. Me and Dane are good.
Yeah,
we can do
we're
trades all
fine.
day long. I can take 3 months off work and be fine.
I just did that. I don't have a lot of organs left to give up, guys. I can't do this a lot.
So I think we should probably cover a topic too as we're talking turkey and spring stuff. Do not forget. Do yourself the favor. Do not forget to spray down your clothes with permethrin.
Yeah, I can attest.
We have somebody at this
I can
table
attest to that.
here who had a bad run-in with the tick and then was on antibiotic for how long? It wasn't too crazy long, was it?
No, it was probably the sickest I've ever been in ever. Really, I mean, I was down for the count for probably 4 or 5 days.
It was a while, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't move. Really, I mean, it felt like arthritis in all my joints.
Yeah.
It was absolutely terrible.
And that was Lyme's disease, right?
Well, they said I tested negative, but they also told me the test is very inaccurate.
Oh, that's good to know.
So they said that they get a lot of false negatives. So I'm like, well, do I have it or don't I have it?
That kind of sounded like
well, we don't know.
kind of sounded like you had it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm like, I had all the symptoms. They're like, oh, but you tested negative. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense. But but I had the bullseye bite and looked like a big bullseye on my stomach, and it was miserable.
yeah. So the $20 bottle of spray
I'll
is definitely
be
worth
spraying
it. Yeah.
Yep.
And don't spray that while it's on you. That is something that you have to spray on clothes while they're on the ground. You flip them and then you let them dry because that stuff is actually bad too.
Oh, that's bad news.
To soak
If
into
you
your
get it on
skin.
your skin.
Yeah.
You're exposed to it a lot.
Yep.
My dad works with pesticides. He's tell you, he's like, permethin's no joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other turkey equipment that's probably worth for a consideration?
I wouldn't cheap out on your decoys.
No.
No. I had better luck running a higher quality decoy.
No.
Yeah, I mean they have 10 times better vision than we do. You can't
Yeah.
really trick them with the bed.
Yeah, the old
decoy.
Featherlight foam decoys
No.
Yeah.
that never unfold the right way, and they always got a little curve to them.
No.
You got the night before, you're trying to stick a blow dryer inside to get them to loosen up so you can get them to puff out right.
Yeah, good thing you said that. 'Cause
Yeah, you gotta do that.
I actually got decoys off MacBids, and they're basically exactly
Yeah.
what you described. So I'll be getting new ones
The
now.
two best decoys, in my opinion, right now are either a Dave Smith decoy or Deception.
Yeah.
Deception. I ran Deceptions the last year I turkey hunted, and those ones were always
Those
really good.
those avian ones look
Avian
good
X
too.
are pretty good.
Those avian ones look sweet too. I've been looking at those.
The Dave Smith and Deceptions are a hard decoy. They're a hard body. Avian X, it's inflatable. You blow it up and you can deflate it and pack it up. And they
Now,
stay.
do you have to worry about shooting BB with that? Well, obviously.
I mean, don't go
inflatable, but-
they purposely doing it.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, I wouldn't do it from here to the wall.
Right.
But in the Avian X, the blow up's in the body. The head stays solid. It's
Okay.
just a giant balloon in the cavity.
No.
Yeah.
Your hard decoys, I don't think 1 or 2 is going to hurt it much.
Right.
I wouldn't try to, if your turkey's
Right,
directly
don't-
behind the decoy, don't be
don't
like, well,
shoot it.
Yeah.
who needs this $200 decoy? I got 2 turkey breasts in the fridge now.
So I don't know what's going on with the deer or with the turkey on Instagram, but I have been running a decoy intermittently every season for the last since I've hunted turkey. I have never had a bird see that decoy and be like, there she is, and then come running in. So
I've had better luck with the Jake. I like
Jakes,
to run,
yeah, I've
I
had
like
that.
to run a hen and a quarter strut Jake. That was my go-to, and
Yeah.
it worked way better than I got buddies that they run the full strut decoys, and they're like, "Man, birds hang up at 60 yards." I'm like, yeah, it's intimidating.
Right.
You got a full strut decoy out there. That's not that's like you walking into the gym, Mike Tyson on the other side. You're like, you're not gonna walk over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay away from him.